Hello everybody, welcome back to the Malbeefance channel. This is episode 12. Excuse me. This is episode 12 of our series replay of Strategic Command WW2 War in the Pacific. Please excuse my voice if I sound a little winded, if I cough a little bit more than usual. Still a little under the weather, but I was not able to get a video out at the end of the week, so I'm trying to push forward and get one out today, so that way I'm not too far behind. So please bear with me. I will try to sound as lively as possible. hopefully I won't sound too close to death's door. All right, so this particular run through has been a little bit of a mixed bag for me, because even though I've played as Japan in Strategic Command, it was in the World at War game and not the specific War in the Pacific. So my strategy from that game is having some difficulty in this game. And so I've been trying to do some research, try to talk to some people that have experience with the game, and I've discovered that my basic overall strategy is not bad, but it does need some work. So in that regard, what I'm going to be doing with my forces, with the Japanese forces, is I'm going to continue to push on Chongqing, as it is a major victory requirement for the Japanese. I will attempt to just hold the line in the north unless a very good advantage should make itself available to me. And then we will continue to put pressure on the Burma-India border. However, Delhi is not going to be a reasonable objective. So the idea now will be to go ahead and continue to push north, to go ahead and cut off supplies coming across the hump into China. So that's going to make Wanting and Lido the primary objectives for the Burma force, as opposed to going after Calcutta. Okay, and then the forces that I had intended on using to support the Burma operation, I'm going to need those to go ahead and focus on trying to take Eastern Australia, because Canberra, I don't know why I keep wanting to call that city Cranberry, but every now and then I make that mistake. Anyways, Canberra is another major victory requirement for the Japanese. So that's going to be my focus, which is going to be difficult because I have American forces all over Guadalcanal, and I am not making any progress in New Guinea. But anyways, that is going to be the change in strategy. So let's go ahead and advance the turn and see what we get. So now we've been doing okay against the United States Navy. I won't say we're doing great, because we have lost several battleships and other surface vessels. FDR and Churchill meet in Casablanca and demand unconditional surrender, which was probably a good idea at the time, but it did sort of extend the war, in my opinion. All right, so there is our ledger for the up and coming turn. Yeah, I don't think they could have really gone in any other direction. Unconditional surrender was probably really the only practical option. But it left no alternative for the Axis powers. And some people might be thinking, well, what difference would that make to the Axis powers? They probably wouldn't have accepted anything other than unconditional surrender anyway. They would have to be completely defeated. Like, not when you look at minors. Okay, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, Finland, not exactly in it for the cause. they had their own reasons for being involved. And if they had had more than one exit door, maybe they would have taken it. I mean, as it was, they all bowed out pretty early. Alright, so what are we doing? Moving transports. Oh, that's not a good sign when it takes that long to move transports. Alright, so what are we doing here in China? Alright, field artillery is out of supply. That's good, that helps. And our bombers are hindering supplies to Australia. I don't know by how much, though. It never tells me. I don't know, maybe something in the graph. I'll have to look at that. So let me go ahead and do that first. So, no. Raiders, convoys. Where's Australia? There we go. Up, down, up, down. So, but no losses from enemy activity, though. That would have been my submarine that one time it was out there. Alright, I guess I'm not going to get an answer. That's alright. Every little bit helps. So since we're over here, let's go ahead. Hey, you guys are supposed to be low on supply. Oh, and the headquarters is there too, so that's going to change that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Can we get it? Can we get it? Yes! Yes! Okay, so a question came up. Why am I so focused on Port Moresby? I don't know if I've answered this. I've been away from the game for a while, so I'm not sure if I already answered this question. With the latest update to the game, Japanese occupation of Port Moresby is a permanent national morale reduction for Australia. They will lose a certain amount of national morale points every single turn as long as Japanese forces are in command of Port Moresby. So that was the reason for all of my focus over the course of the game. Alright, so now these are maritime bombers. So let's just move them up. I know I got plenty of American naval forces around here somewhere. Alright, let me get that cruiser out of there. He's down to 2 points. I don't want to lose him. Get South Dakota. Yes. All right. So we sank South Dakota before she was able to get to port, and found the transports. See, so that is all right. So they're both cores, and he's already attacked. Oh man. I have a feeling there's a large naval presence down there. Alright, let's see what damage we can do. Nice. One shot. And these guys need to replenish their aircraft. Oh, nuts, I shouldn't have done that. Oh. Like I said, I've been away from the game for a while, so I'm a little out of touch with my own strategy. Alright. Damn, Nagato's down to just 2 supply. Is there anybody that can back her up? Doesn't look like it. Oh, they haven't attacked. They're too far away. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Damn. Okay, well that works. How? Damage evaded twice. Okay, that's total BS. That's a crock, damn it. Alright, anything else? No, I gotta repair these guys. They're too far away anyway. Try and get as many reinforcements as I can heading that way. Alright, where do I need? I need the headquarters up here. Excuse me. All right. Reinforce him. See, I'm thinking about pulling these naval units over to the Coral Sea. Seeing as how I'm probably just going to use these troops here, I'll probably use them. We'll go ahead and we'll land at Darwin and push. Excuse me. While these guys, once they finish taking Western New Guinea, they can go ahead and they can land at Townsville, the city of Townsville. Sorry, couldn't resist. And they'll push south. So, I mean, between the two of them, there's not a lot of supply out through here. It's difficult to march down through here, I would figure. So if they cut across the north, come down this way, that would probably work. Because I seriously doubt I'm going to be able to get these guys amphibious transports to come all the way down to Sydney and Canberra. So attack the shortest at the shortest distance. All right, so let's go ahead. Get everybody a little bit closer to the objective. Whoops, wrong button. Alright, it's probably a bad idea, but I'm going to go ahead and hold these units in the Java Sea so that they can cover the invasion. And then I'll go ahead and I'll send them out to the Coral Sea. Alright. Yeah, I haven't been in this game for about I don't know, a week and a half maybe. So I'm a little out of sorts. I apologize for that. Life has been happening. Can I get him up there? No. Can he advance? Yes, he can. Do I want to, though? That's a... No, let's hold off. Grrr. Alright, well, at least he was able to do 1 point. Alright, gotta get more troops down there. Alright, so how we doing over here in China? Probably not too well with if I've got their light tanks right up against one of my headquarters units. That's not good. Is my bot? Yes, there he is. Let's take him out. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to plug the hole. Slow down the light tanks until I can get something down there to fight back. Don't let him get away. Can't do anything there. Alright, let's reinforce these two guys. For now, shift everybody. Yeah, probably should have attacked first and then moved, but trying to reduce losses. Right, that's not going to be fun. You got to get out of there. Alright. That's probably going to be it for China for the moment. Oh, he can get in there? Might not be a wise idea. We'll hold off on that for the moment. Alright, anything else? Yeah, I gotta move these fighters. Do I have a good spot around here somewhere? There we go. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to do a little falling back here in Micronesia so that I can go ahead and get control of the Guadalcanal situation. I've only got 17 points left, so there's nothing I can do with that. And all three of these transport, who knows how many more are out here, are going to get by me. Alright, well, nothing to do about it except see how it plays out. So let's advance a turn, See what happens. Soviet morale rises as Germany is defeated at Stalingrad. Japan celebrates the capture of Port Moresby. A little bit of good news for the Axis. New Guinea surrenders. Japan gets 34 production points. And that Australian unit is isolated in Buna. Alright, our bombers are still hindering supplies. Alright, so how did they do that? How did they damage the supply depots? The supply line coming out of Guadalcanal. Alright, so there is the ledger. Yeah, with all these American troops getting past the Japanese Navy, I admit I'm a little uncertain as to the outcome of the game. I guess you could say it's still a coin toss at this point. If I can get a couple of lucky breaks on my side, it may turn everything around. The United States Navy is going to be a shadow of gloom and doom. Alright, Cocoon's holding. Oh, I should have seen that coming. They did it once, they'll definitely do it again. Alright, well at least I got a couple of units that are in position to land in behind them. But they got the port facility, so they can get supply. Alright, communist forces in China shifting around. Anything else happening? Still damaging the supply depots. Chiang Kai-shek and his wife Song Mei-ling visit the USA to raise support for China. Rommel attacks U.S. forces at the Battle of Kasserine Pass. Despite all of the progress that Rommel made and the spectacular damage that he did to U.S. forces, that battle was actually a U.S. victory at the end of the day. Not exactly the U.S. Army's finest hour, but they definitely gave as good as they got. And they did stop Rommel from achieving his objective. Okay, there is our activity summary. Intelligence spots an army in Xi'an. And fighters near Tongan. And an army in Chongqing. Well, that was to be expected. Alright, that's all of our updates. I'm sure those transports are long gone. And it doesn't help that it's raining all over the New Hebrides and New Caledonia in order to help reduce visibility for me. Zero supply. Wonderful. Let's see if we can get at least a destroyer. Better than nothing. So I have also learned that the less um, air units you have on the carrier, the less damage they do. All that to take out one single destroyer. Yeesh. That does not bode well. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, so the impression that I'm getting is that the computer is having the U.S. Navy hold off on doing any operations until they've got a big pile of transports to escort. That seems to be the play. Oh, that's the escort carrier. That's why he only gets one attack. Okay. Fleet carriers get 2 attacks. Escort carriers only get 1. Ugh. I doubt he'll do any damage. Let's see if we can spot anything. Hello. Found a PT boat. And did no damage. Meanwhile, back in Western Ukraine, can we make any progress here? Alright, that clears out Buna. And naturally I don't have anybody that can move into the city or town. Not ready to go yet. I should just freaking go. Yeah. I know that may wind up causing a naval response from the computer, but I don't want them transporting in more units to back up the Australian unit that's already there. Now, what is his... Probably 6 hexes. Operational range 6. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, definitely not. Okay. Gotta get him closer. Alright, anything else we want to do out here in this part of the Pacific Ocean? Yes, get him out of there. See what we can do to help out the Guadalcanal defenders. Anybody else? I don't think so. I'd like to pull that army out of the Philippines, but I need somebody sitting on that hex in order to prevent guerrilla units from popping up. Alright, so we got our bombers back up to strength. Excuse me. I'll try once again to take out the fighters. Okay, this time we can get up there. Alright, there's a big win, and we get MFAL on top of that. Awesome. Alright, there's some happy news. You know what? Let's just do this. And nope. Would have been nice if you had enough movement left to take the port, but oh well. That's what I get. Alright, so back over to China. Really? Okay, well that definitely helps out a lot. I have to fight to get a army over there. Okay, he's got to come out of that X. And he's got to go in. Alright, so let's see if we can punch through here. There we go. All right, so we were able to make some progress there. Let's get the artillery moved up. Oh, excuse me. Oh, don't lose my voice. Don't lose my voice. Oh, hang on. Can I pull him out of there? No, somebody's got to stay here. All right. Actually, I did that backwards. That's all right, though. With this traffic jam here, I wouldn't have been able to get him out of there. We'll do that next turn. All right, get the fighters closer. I know, I'm just making the traffic jam worse. Alright, do I have anybody? Nope, I don't have anybody to send over. And I cleared everybody out of here, didn't I? Yep. Yeah, I'm even short one. Alright, what do I got left? 167. Spec War, what are their attack values? 4 and 3. Core is 4 and 1. I can't upgrade them, but let's get them in the pipeline. What have I got coming? So the guys I just ordered, these other two guys, 2 carriers and a light cruiser. All right. All right. Well, it looks like, yep. Let me pull out here real quick and have another look. Yeah. All right. So that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks a lot for sticking with us and viewing along. If you've managed to make it this far, please remember, leave a like. Go ahead and drop a comment. Helps grow the channel, helps visibility. And then also, if you know somebody that likes this kind of content, by all means, go ahead and share it with them. I apologize if I'm not exactly all that hyped up entertaining this particular episode. I am still a little bit under the weather, and I'm also getting really focused because I'm on the back foot, so I tend to get more focused into the game and lose my commentary. Sorry about that. So anyways, I appreciate everybody that's been hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in the next one.